What up, what up? Say so, G. Back with another topic, back with another video. So the title of this video is going to be, don't be scared of Project 2025. I say again, don't be scared of Project 2025. At least that's what I think I'm going to name the video, so we'll see. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. I endeavor to keep pushing these videos out to give you leverage to better yourselves. So I know it's not a lot of light out here right now. I have my camera on 60K. So hopefully you're able to see me. Of course, my security camera is right here shining. It's snowing, as you can see, right? I just shoveled that like, what? Let me see, hold on. Yeah, I just shoveled that maybe like 15 minutes ago, and it's still coming down. So I probably should have did this video inside, but you know, I want to give some context as far as like what I mean by don't be scared about Project 2025, because I saw some emails come across my work email today, and I've had some talks with some folks, my boss in particular, and some other folks that are in higher up positions. And I mentioned before on this channel that I work for a nonprofit in DC as an IT person. But the company that I work for is actually funded by the government. It's funded by one of the government agencies in DC. And there hasn't been any talks about that particular agency being affected by Project 2025 and the audits that the Doge and all the other folks are doing under the Trump administration. But that's not to say that it won't happen. And that's not to say that if it does happen to them, will it affect my job? And I'm pretty sure it will. You know, I'm not calling it. I'm just saying, like, you know, most of the time, because we're funded by a government agency, a lot of the rules and regulations that they follow, we follow. For instance, like any type of federal holidays that the government agency has or the federal government has, we have, and so forth. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of, you know, mirror the same guidelines as they do. We're not government, but we still follow some of the regulations that they follow, right? So, you know, I'm not ignorant to the fact that, like, if the agency that funds us gets affected by these cuts, it's going to affect me too, right? And I'm pretty sure, I haven't seen it specifically, you know what I'm saying, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of these things that are happening right now was actually in that 2025 document. Now, I made a video about this months ago. I forget what the title was, but based on in that video, I was basically saying that it was a farce, and you know, there's no reason for us to be scared about it. You know, Trump had not even won yet. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of folks are being in an uproar and all these other things, and a lot of folks are using Project 2025 as a talking point to voters to make sure that they didn't vote Trump and they voted for Kamala Harris, right? And of course, we all know, you know, it's 2025 right now. Donald Trump is the president, so it didn't work, right? And a lot of folks are absolutely terrified because I saw a lot of comments in social media platforms. I saw emails where folks were really, 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 really scared about this thing. And I'm gonna tell you, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just telling you, I'm not scared of, and I'm not fearful of 2025. And the reason being is because I believe in God before I believe in anything else, right? That's first and foremost. Number two, with me actually being in the military for 20 years and actually working for the federal government for the last 6 to 7 years since I've been out, you know, I haven't seen it personally, but I've done some research, especially when it comes to politics, because I really didn't start getting into politics until after I retired. Maybe like a year before I retired, I started like really delving into politics and things because I knew I was going to be a government contractor, so I wanted to know some certain things, right? And what I found out is that, you know, there are a lot of alleged corruption in the government, in the American federal government. And I believe it. You know what I'm saying? I made a video a couple of days ago where I said Donald Trump is shaking things up. And I was explaining how, you know, I see a lot of federal workers, they're pieces of crap because they felt like they could do whatever they wanted to do and not get fired. Now, as a caveat to that, let me also say this. I met more federal workers that were excellent people versus folks that were not excellent. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to try to sit here and pull and group all federal workers in one pot. I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because there was plenty of federal workers that I met that were absolutely outstanding. They really were. But but it all only takes one bad apple to make everything else looks bad, right? And I met a few folks that were pieces of crap. I want to say something else, but it's YouTube. I want to keep it clean. You know what I'm saying? But I met some folks in the government that, like, they could care less about their job. They could care less about people. And some of these folks were retirees from the military. And it was crazy to me. I'm like, really? Like, you're supposed to be a civil servant. Like, what the hell's going on here? So what I think is going to happen personally, I think Project 2025 and DOGE, when they start finishing up these audits of these federal agencies and seeing how money was misappropriated and mismanaged, there's going to be a lot of folks that's going to be out of there, man. Trump already gave some options for folks to resign. I know a lot of folks are saying that don't resign because when you resign, you lose certain benefits and certain rights. That is true. I totally get that, right? But he still needed to offer that because there's a strategy to try to get as much folks out of there as possible, and that's their goal. That really is, So I'm pretty sure folks are still going to resign, and then you're going to have some folks that don't resign, but they're going to get let go, and then they'll get a severance. That's fine too, right? But this is a big reset, y'all. This is a really, really big reset. You know what I'm saying? And I think folks are going to really, really, really be scared. I really believe that. Am I going to say that I'm not totally concerned? If it affects my family, of course I'm going to be a big concern. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Because, finances are a big key to success when it comes to taking care of your family. So for me to sit here and say that I'm not going to be concerned about Project 2025 and some of these other things that are happening, I'll be lying, because I will be a concern, right? But I'm not terrified. I'm not scared, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. There is some concern, meaning that if I need to pivot, right, and do other things to make sure that my family is safe and secure financially, mentally, and spiritually, I'm going to do that, because that's what I need to do as a man and as a husband and as a father. So I'm totally going to do that. You know what I'm saying? But, a lot of folks, especially men, which I'm sad to see, a lot of men, I think, are catastrophizing, and they're really internalizing this thing. Before Trump even got in office, these folks were hollering and screaming and, calling on the mountaintop, whatever, that Project 2025 was going to destroy them, right? And it was going to destroy the society and all those other things. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know folks going to get to the comments and parse out and name specific things in Project 2025 that looks like it's going to push people back to Jim Crow and back to slavery and all those other things. Okay. I totally get that. If you want to comment on those things on this video, go ahead and do so. Comment your heart out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to delete your comment. If you get mad and pissed off at me and you start cussing on the comments, just understand that YouTube don't play that. And they will hide your comment, and a lot of times they'll just totally delete your comment. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to give your opinion on Project 2025 and you want to have a conversation, you need to make sure that you're being as respectful as possible. If you want to say a cuss word, say F, exclamation point, @ sign, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But if you say the whole word, your comment might get hidden and it might get deleted. You know what I'm saying? Not by me, but by YouTube. I've been a content creator for almost 3 years now. And I have visually seen it where YouTube will literally remove your comment. And a lot of folks will sit there and say, hey, AC deleted my comment. He's a butthead. No, I didn't do that. No, YouTube did that. You know what I'm saying? The AI and YouTube filters out stupid stuff, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So you want to have a conversation, you need to make sure you be as respectful as possible. You know what I'm saying? And I'll do the same thing, right? But Project 2025, I really, really believe, I think it's going to be a lot of good things going to come out of this. For one, with the deportation, which I understand that deportation is a really big thing. It's a really heartfelt thing. And my heart goes out to a lot of folks that are being deported, because I know a lot of folks that are being deported are very good people. They really are, and they escaped a really bad situation when they left their country to come to America. So my heart goes out to them, you know what I'm saying? As an American and as a person that served in the military, I'm just going to be real and be straight up. I truly believe that we need to get our house settled first before we settle to anybody else's. And that's one of the things I think that Trump is actually trying to fix. I saw a YouTuber a couple of days ago that said that the American deficit, meaning that how much we're in debt with other countries, is at, I think, something like $20 trillion. Don't quote me on the number, but I know he said something to the effect of over 10 trillion because we're giving so much aid out to other countries, right? Versus us helping the homeless out here. Why we got veterans that are homeless, right? Why do we got kids on the street that are starving in America? This is supposed to be land of the free and opportunity. Why the hell we have poverty and folks, doing really bad in America? That it should not happen, you know what I'm saying? Versus we having foreigners coming over here that had never stepped foot in our country till they were an adult. And within years, they're millionaires. I said it, I made 2 videos about that. When I said that foreigners are doing better than you, and they really are, you know what I'm saying? So I think Trump is actually trying to turn the table, right? And make it to where we're taking care of things. But in order for him to do that, he needs to have money. And that's the reason why he's auditing the government and making sure that we're not spending money we don't need to spend. Now, a lot of folks going to lose jobs. A lot of folks going to lose income. You know what I'm saying? That's nature of the beast. I feel sorry for these folks. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why I say that, they start a business, right? And if you have to do multiple jobs, do multiple jobs. You know what I'm saying? But always make sure you have a backup plan, right? And I think federal workers, a lot of times, didn't think about a backup plan because they felt like they couldn't be fired. Well, guess what? And I'm not saying this to be funny. I'm saying this to be real and be serious. You know what I'm saying? Your job is not safe. I think I'm going to make another video about this as well. You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned. It's probably going to be named, Your Job is Not Safe. Job is not safe, y'all. It's not safe. You know what I'm saying? The Trump administration is coming for y'all. They are coming for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I got to pull myself into this group as well because, like I said, my company is funded by a government agency. So mine's make it hit up too. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not scared of Project 2025. I'm not scared of all the things that happen. I'm just not. I'm not, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I may make another video about this. Drop some comments in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all think. It's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? It's coming into fruition. And to be honest, I'm all for a lot of things that are happening in Project 2025 because there's a lot of change that need to be made. And, if you're not on board with this, I'm telling you, it's going to be a long road to hoe because it's coming. I don't think that everything's going to be implemented, but I think there are a lot of things that's going to be implemented that are going on right now. It's going to affect a lot of people in a negative sense. And a lot of times it gets painful before it gets better, right? So just stay in the fight, y'all. Stay in the fight. So you want me to discuss the topic or subject you think is beneficial to the channel? Email me at asog757@gmail.com. My email address, description below. Say So G, signing out. I'm gone.